Hey everyone, I know it's been a long time since I made a video. Sorry about that. I've been meaning to make more videos, but I just got really busy with work and stuff like that, and last month was a really rough month for me as well. I got pretty depressed and missed a lot of work over a 3-week period and pretty much could only sleep. I'm on medication now, and that's definitely helping, so I'm starting to feel a lot better. So yeah, I decided to finally make another video. I know that I originally introduced myself as Chris in my original video. I have decided to change my name. I'm actually going to go by Adam. Chris just feels too close to my birth name, so I've went through a lot of names and decided on Adam. So yeah, that's my new name. Let's see. I know that also in my previous videos I had mentioned that I had not come out to my parents. I actually got to the point where I felt I needed to tell them, so this last week I kind of prepared myself and got ready to tell my parents that I'm trans, and I told them yesterday. It actually went pretty well. As good as can be expected when telling your parents something like this. So it was a big relief. Made me really happy that they listened to me and they're willing to read the information that I have sent them. I actually told them over the phone. I started off just by talking to my mom, and then I told her that there was something I needed to talk to both her and my dad about. So she put me on speakerphone, and I just told them that I wanted to tell them the reason why I had been depressed, because they knew I was depressed. They knew all about that, but I didn't tell them why. I was actually kind of in denial myself. I was depressed, so I don't know. But yeah, I decided that I needed to talk to them. I needed their support now. And I just couldn't hide this from them anymore. So I told them exactly how I felt, and that it's been a long time that I felt this. I told them that, definitely not either of their faults, that, they could not prevent it, nothing, everything like that. Just tried to make them feel like, they had no control over anything like this, that they didn't make a mistake or anything like that. So yeah, so it went pretty good. They told me that they love me and they want me to be happy. So that that just meant the world to me that they said that, and that they heard me out, and they didn't try to tell me that this was just a phase or anything like that. When I told them that I was a lesbian a few years ago, they did not take that well. They tried to just tell me that it was a phase and stuff like that. They just didn't really listen. We just didn't talk about it. I told them, and then that was it. They just didn't want to hear about it. Nothing. I really don't want that to happen with this. I really need my parents, and it sounds like they're going to be there for me. And that just means so much to me. So I feel so relieved that I told them. I'm glad that I waited until I was ready and that I didn't rush. I was able to, explain to them how I felt, and I felt ready to tell them. I mean, it was still hard. I definitely, cried while telling them, because, it's pretty difficult to talk about, especially when you don't know how your parents are going to react. But yeah, I felt good about telling them, and definitely big relief when they, said that they love me and they want me to be happy. They're also going to help me get counseling, so that's going to be really good, because I just don't have money and I don't have any benefits. OHIP really doesn't cover much of anything in the way of therapy or counseling or anything. I have talked to a doctor here, and he tried to get me into the hospital as an outpatient for counseling for gender identity disorder. and they turned me down. I really don't know why they turned me down. I didn't really ask, because when I found out that I had been turned down, that was actually when the depression was really hitting me, and I couldn't really think about that rate at the time. I mean, counseling would have been good. But yeah, so my parents want me to go back to the doctor that I have been seeing here and see what else we can do to get me counseling, and they're going to look into some more things there, see what else they can do to try to help me out with getting counseling. We talked about me going on hormones as well. They don't like that idea, but from what I've seen from other trans guys that have talked about they're coming out to their parents and starting hormones and stuff, parents generally don't like the idea of hormones at first. So I think once they get more of an understanding and stuff, they'll be able to see that that's something that I need. But they didn't seem to totally reject the idea. They just, I don't know, my mom said something, isn't there a pill that can change your brain so that you'll feel more feminine and stuff? And I'm like, no, not really. So they just need to learn more about how, how gender works, and just read more about the information that I sent them, and read more about what it is to be trans and stuff like that. So, yeah, so anyway, it's just good at least that they are willing to help me out and stuff. My mom called me just a few minutes ago, actually, today, and wanted to make sure that I was, doing okay after telling them and stuff, and that, so that was good. And she basically, just told me that they would be there for me, and that, family has to stick together, and they're gonna, stick together, and we'll work through everything together. They ultimately just want me to be happy, so I was really glad that my mom called. I thought about calling her today to see how my parents were doing, but I didn't want to push it. I'm trying to, take things slow, because they need to learn more about this. They need to come to terms with stuff too. But I was really glad that my mom had called me, and we talked a little bit, stuff, and they want me to to talk to someone, find a support group, stuff like that. So that's good that, I'm glad she called me today, and her and my dad seem to be taking things alright. I know it's definitely a shock for them, but, it's as good as can be expected. It's a lot better than I thought it was going to go, so, definitely good. So for any of you guys that are concerned about telling your parents, my advice, definitely wait until you're ready. When you feel that it's time, you'll know. It's definitely a hard thing to do. It doesn't get easier with time, unfortunately. So, just do it however you're comfortable. I originally was going to write a letter. I decided on a phone call instead, because I felt I would be too anxious waiting for their reply from a letter. I felt like telling them directly over the phone was best. I don't live near my parents. I live 3 hours away from my parents, and I don't have a car anymore. So, I felt telling them over the phone was the best option for me. So I felt that went well. I've sent them some links, which I will actually post as well for anybody that is planning on coming out. If you're looking for some good links, I did find some, so I'll share those. I know my mom hasn't had time to look at them yet. She told me she probably would on like Monday or Tuesday. So I can post another video after my mom looks at those links and gives me a call and stuff, and we talk more. Definitely keep you guys updated on how things go, and that. If any of you guys have any questions about coming out or anything like that, please, send me an email, comment, whatever. It's definitely good, if we all kind of stick together and support each other. So I want to let you guys know that I'm here. Message me. any questions, whatever, let me know. Anyway, I think I've been rambling long enough, so I hope everyone has a good day, and I will talk to you guys later.